Hello and welcome to another video. More work on the project R32 Golf. I'm working on the power steering at the moment because I'm trying to get the pump to mount up. What I've noticed is the Mark II Golf power steering pump is virtually identical to the Audi TT pump. Both of them bolt straight up onto the accessory bracket. So that's the original Audi TT pump. If you've got a Mark II pump, mine's a bit damaged, but it bolts straight up, exactly the same. It's virtually the same as well. The only difference is the angle of this piece here. So you can use the same lines from the Mark II Golf power steering on the Audi TT power steering pump. This Mark II Golf pump's a bit damaged, so I'm going to use the original Audi TT pump with the Mark II Golf lines, power steering lines. Crazy, isn't it? All this stuff's interchangeable. Makes our life easier doing these conversions. Right, so that's the power steering pump bolted up to the bracket on the engine. So it's the original one that came with the engine I'm going to be using, because the Mark II lines bolt up to it, which is handy. Yeah. Next thing I've got to do is figure out what lines I'm using. I've got two sets here, so I'm going to try and figure out which ones are the best, make a decent set out of them. Basically, the other thing I need to do, obviously, normally the air conditioning compressor would sit here, but obviously I'm not using that. So what we have to do is figure out a belt for it. I've seen people have measured it with some string. So basically, you get a piece of string, put it round, and you can measure the length of a belt that you would need and try and find a belt that would fit. Obviously, you've got to make sure it's the same amount of ribs as well. I'm sure if I look online, I'll better find something that someone's done. So obviously it'll probably go round, and then down, something like that. Well, I'm just having a go at cleaning up these coilovers. So I'm using some gunk in a spray bottle, and I'll give them a jet wash, see how they come out. Yeah, this is the stuff. I basically just put it in a spray bottle. It's really good for degreasing anything like gearboxes, engines, anything with grease and crap on it. Highly recommend that stuff. Right, another job I'm also doing. This is the inlet manifold that came on the engine. Obviously, the engine's from an Audi TT, so I want to remove this badge. I'm going to paint this all gloss black, and then I'm going to put that on there. I know it's not an R32 engine, but I just think it will look cooler. So yeah, this will all be painted gloss black, and then the red R32 badge. I think it looked really smart. I think it just looks a little bit neater than the Audi badge. So that's the plan with this. Going to paint this all, make it look really nice. Just breaks up the silver a little bit, because obviously it's a silver car as well. So I just want to break up the silver a little bit. Right, so there you go. That's the badge off. I've used a blade basically to get it off. I just think it's going to look so much smarter. with that on there. Once it's all done, I just got to clean all this up and paint it, and then we'll see how it looks. Right, so I'm just getting the rear coilovers fitted at the moment. What I've done, I'm basically using a pair of jacks. At the back to jack up the rear beam. So yeah, I'm jacking up the rear beam and pushing the suspension back up, so it's working quite nicely at the moment. Right, that's the rear top mounts bolted up. Those are the rear top mounts bolted up there, and the bolted up underneath there as well. Yeah, so after a bit of a jet wash, this gearbox has actually come out pretty nice. All the grease is off it now. I just need to clean it up a little bit more, clean some of the corrosion off. It's an O2A box out of a Mark III VR6. That's what I'm using on this. The coilovers came out like new as well, so they look absolutely mint now. They came out really well. As you can see, the rears are in the car now. So yeah, a bit more progress today. This is the power steering setup I'm going to go with. I'm going to go with this type of bottle. Just got to extend this line a little bit back to the power steering pump. But I think that's going to look a lot cleaner with that type of bottle in the car rather than the Mark II one. Yeah, it's definitely taking shape. There we go. I've also got the inlet manifold sort of prepped and ready now, so I've removed all the sticky stuff off of here. Just need to clean it up and then spray it with some primer and then get the black gloss on there. But yeah, I think it's going to look a lot better. It'll look really smart with the R32 badge on there once it's all done. Tidy. Well, I've just stuck on one of these, couple of these Steelies I've got. They're I think they're GM. They're not Volkswagen. They're GM sort of banded steels. I'm not 100% sure what they're off, but they fit directly on the Mark II without any spacers or anything. They're not G60 Steelies, but I think for the time being, I'm not gonna. I don't think I'm going to keep these wheels on the car permanently. I'm going to put those BBS split rims on, but this is just going to be a temporary thing to get the car rolling. But I don't think they look too bad. Gives the car a little bit of a sleeper look. I've also got the track slag manifold as well, the downpipe. So that's a nice bit of kit. That bolts straight up onto the downpipes. You need to have this type of downpipe. You can get some which are slightly angled. It has to be on this type. That's the part number. That's the part number of the manifold you need to work with the track slag downpipe. So I need to also get an exhaust system ordered up as well. I'd probably end up buying the track slag 2.5 inch system to go with this. I don't know whether to go for like the comfort system with the free silencers, or the full like loud exhaust system with just the two silencers, or one silencer, sorry. I'm not sure yet, because obviously I want to use the car, keep it as a bit of a sleeper, but also the sound of the R32 engine. I mean, it's one of the best sounding 6-cylinder engines, I think. So yeah, I'm not sure on that yet. If anyone's got any ideas or recommendations, let me know. Right guys, so I've managed to get the subframe refitted again. So this rubber boot from Heritage is much better quality. It feels like much thicker rubber, so I think the other one I had must have been cheap, just a cheap rubbish one. So the subframe's bolted up. The clearance is a lot better now, because the problem I had was under here. This this bolt here was fouling, and it's not anymore now, so that's good. I've also refitted the heat shield, so the exhaust heat shield's back on as well now. I've also just ordered the 2.5 inch system from Traxlag, so that should be here whenever it's ready as well. So the exhaust system's on order. I'm just making a start on the hubs now. So I've got a pair of G60 hubs, which I'm just going to start cleaning up. The bearings seem okay actually, so I was going to replace the bearings, but these actually, I've got 2 pairs. I've got a spare set over here as well, with new bearings. But yeah, these ones seem okay actually. So the bearings, there's no play on them, so I think I'm just going to run these ones just to get the car rolling. So they just need cleaning up. I've got to drill out the stub screws on both of them, because they've obviously snapped off. So I need to get those drilled out, get it all cleaned up. I'm going to paint the hubs, then get them bolted up to the car, get the front suspension on, and then I should have the car rolling. I might push it out, so once it's back on 4 wheels, I might push it outside and clean it, because the car has been sat in here and it's got very dirty. As you can see, it's silver hides the dirt quite well, but it is filthy, so it'd be quite nice to get it outside and jet wash it. Yeah, progress. Yeah, one of the track rod ends is seized in there, so I'm going to have to leave that soaking overnight with some WD-40. The other side came off okay. I got a new set to go in. The other one I decided to clean up and give it a coat of paint on one side for the top. So I'll do the other side tomorrow. So that's come out all right. I cleaned it with the wire wheel on the drill, and then I've used I use this stuff. It's really good. It's got zinc built into it. It's a good paint, that. Yeah, more progress. There you go.